Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Nova Aetas. Now, when we left off, we had just taken TARDIS from the Saranids, and it may as well be the TARDIS. I might rename that at some point, if I can, but what we have right now is a pretty interesting, and I say interesting in a very casual way, because it's actually devastating. What we currently have going on here are two vassals from the Kingdom of Rhodoks, currently besieging Terragrit, and then we have the Emperor of the Mithridian Empire attempting to besiege Tardis as well. So, yes, we're not doing well, are we? No, not doing well at all. Now, you can see here, I have no money, and you may be wondering, why don't you have any money? Well, that's the thing. I did travel back to our lands very briefly, and I went all the way to our town because 2 or 3 vassals had declared allegiance to us, and they were absorbing our kingdom funds, and I'm not going to have any of that. So I went back there and I told them, go away, and I also told one of them that he could stay. So that's pretty cool, because he is actually a Norse pagan, which is actually kind of cool. But the problem with that is that everyone else hates him. So whenever I give him a fief, which I've actually just given him a village, everyone goes down by, like, I don't even know, 4 relation points or something. So it's really quite bad to have him. So I'm not entirely sure if he'll stay. But yes, I do know that I gave this guy, Anya, you know, this guy that we gained in the previous episode, I gave him TARDIS. I actually gave him TARDIS, and I gave him a village or 2. I think I gave him these 2 villages as well, so he is hopefully going to be able to defend relatively well, but as you can see, he only has 64, and he's currently hiding in the garrison here, so I'm not particularly happy about that, but, well, what can you do? What I can do, however, is chase this guy down. There we go, yes. Wow, I'm actually kind of surprised that he reacted so fast. But, okay. We should make peace with you. No. Okay, it's not going to happen. Okay, so they have basically 100 more units than we have. And, oh. Well, this is not good, I suppose, because a flat battlefield, if they have any cavalry, which I don't think the Rhodoks should, they don't usually specialize in cavalry, but you never know. I mean, maybe it's actually a good thing if they have cavalry, because then they can just charge straight in and we can hopefully eliminate them extremely fast, because obviously we have a cannoneer. I think that cannoneer is on the enemy's side, and I think that cannoneer actually killed their own forces. Yes, I think they did. So they do have some cavalry, but I don't think it's really going to make too much difference, because we are going to tell everyone to stand a little bit closer here, and then we're going to tell them to go in a little bit more, in formation, of course. Well, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be very interesting, because, you know, those cannoneers just killed a huge amount of units, so that's not particularly good for them, is it? No, okay, so we're going to tell everyone to charge in now, yes. Even though they have lancers, it doesn't matter, because we were all in a very tight formation. Yes, that's what we like to see. So I'm going to try and disrupt them as best I can. I took out the enemy lord, hilariously enough. Okay, that's not too bad. Now the archers and various crossbowmen that they have here. Oh, they also have musketeers. Of course they do, because they are much, much more advanced than we are. But, well, that's just how it has to be at this moment in time. So, yeah, we're going to try our very best just to interrupt them as much as possible, because our Huskarls, do bear in mind I had 2 castles recruiting Huskarls. So I basically gained 40 Huskarls in just that short amount of time while I was doing some kingdom management. So, yeah, that is, in my opinion, amazing. And I've done exactly the same thing. So that's the reason why my money is depleted, because I had to spend a rather large amount to recruit them again. So, yes, because what is it, 20,000 each? Ah, yes. Okay, well, I was mocking the musketeers in the previous episode, so, yes, that's not a very good thing for me to do, is it? No, not at all, because now they are raining down death and destruction upon us. And they do have extremely, wow, they're actually doing a lot of damage. I'm actually kind of worried. Okay, so we're going to just retreat a little bit there, because as you could see, we were starting to lose a lot. And yeah, so I was mocking the musketeers in the previous episode, but yeah, it's probably not a good idea to mock the enemy that is going to absolutely destroy you with musketeers, apparently. So I'm just going to use my first aid to heal ourselves a little bit here, and then we're going to move up again, and we're going to stand closer and so on. And this time they're going to have a lesser battle advantage than before. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty happy. So we should be able to deal with them with much more ease than the previous round. They are just going to be standing there though, so I'm going to cut away a little bit just to make things a little bit more streamlined. Alright, so I've been bothering the crossbowmen and the musketeers for, well, basically the entire... basically the entire battle. I don't want to get killed again. If we get killed again, I think we might be done for. I have healed myself about 3 times already as well, so that's not good. But this is exactly the strength of the Rhodoks. Every single time you try to get close to their crossbowmen, they just spawn another wave of spearmen or halberdiers or whoever. But yes, that's kind of annoying. I have not actually played with the Rhodoks, with the exception of, I think, 1 series. So bear in mind that, yes, that is, of course, the reason why, this might be happening, because obviously I don't even know how to really combat this. I mean, you just have to go through the infantry, right? I mean, we don't have any cavalry to do anything with, and that's precisely the reason why what I'm going to do is eventually, hopefully, maybe after I've defeated all of these interloping vassals, we're going to take, well, technically Jerusalem. That's what it technically is, but Hierosolima in the game. And yeah, so we're going to try and take that, and then we'll have our blacksmith back, and maybe I'll be able to do something there, but I doubt it. I really need my tailor. I do need my tailor, so maybe I'll be able to make a tailor somewhere? See, that's the thing. I have to become a Grand Master or something along those lines of my trade, and that's kind of time-consuming in itself, because you have to work every single day to advance yourself with the percentages, of course. But anyway, the point is, not entirely sure how I'm going to upgrade my archers. I'm probably going to have to besiege a town and buy some armor from the marketplace with some money, because obviously I don't have money right now, but once I have money, then that would obviously make sense to do that. And I'm going to take this guy prisoner, even though there's only a few of them, which is kind of sad, but okay. Ah, there's the matchlock. It's actually very impressive, as you can see. Very impressive. Okay, so I'm going to take that because it's probably going to sell for a pretty decent amount. Obviously, I can't actually sell anything right now, which is kind of a problem. So there goes Anya, so now hopefully he'll do something. But, yes, it's not looking good so far, is it now? Okay, so we're going to be letting that guy go in just a second. Going to be upgrading these. And then we'll take some heavy infantry. And, oh, well, so that's the issue. We don't currently have any archers to use. We do have archers, but they're kind of bad, so yes, I don't really want to do that right now. So let's talk to the prisoner, and we're going to be letting him go. There's some nice honor to gain back there. And okay, so that is no longer under siege. Only 69 there. I'm kind of wanting to get some more people there, so I'm probably going to try and transfer some from some of the Aztec castles. Okay, so let's see. Are they going to intercept me? No, they're not. They're not going to intercept me. Okay, so this is owned by Anya, so we're going to see. I don't even... Can we even defend against something like this? 345... Oh, no. Oh, that's not good, is it? No, that is not good at all. Okay, so let's have a look here. Oh, no. Okay, I consider the man a friend, I suppose. Am I going to be gaining a trait? No? I'm not going to be getting a good trait or a bad trait. Apparently I lost both roles, so I suppose that's good on the bad side, but otherwise not really that bad. So there it is. Okay, so that is how many are actually joining. 668 against 212. Well, this is going to be quite the battle, isn't it? We have a battle advantage of -3. That's actually not that bad. But bear in mind that these guys we have not fought before. So it's gonna be kind of interesting to see what happens. I'd like to see what kind of units they actually do have, but from what I could tell from the comments, many of you have stated that the Mithridians are not actually that good. So I'm kind of happy about that, but maybe that was because you had extremely upgraded... extremely upgraded units? It doesn't look like they are that good, actually. Maybe. They are running at us... Oh, no, I almost fell out. Oh, we know that that is a death sentence, don't we? Yeah, that's not very good. Okay, yes. Okay, so I'm just going to continue slashing away here. And, oh yes, we are also going to attempt to get some piercing weapons as well. Maybe a Morning Star or something along those lines for our units, because obviously piercing damage is very, very good against armored. And, well, right now we don't... I don't think we really need it. But it would probably be a good idea to give them something like that, maybe as an option for them to use or something along those lines. Because right now the rapier is doing a really, really good job, because it is fast and its slashing damage is actually a lot better than you would otherwise believe. Because I think some of you think that the rapier is mostly for thrusting, but yeah, the AI doesn't really employ thrusts that much. But the point is that the thrusting, I mean slashing, yes. Getting caught up with thrusting. Oh, yes. It's always on the mind, isn't it? Anyway, the point is, the slashing is actually not that bad, because as you can see, I'm currently using a rapier, and it is actually very good. It's killing most of these units in one hit, or two, and that's actually not bad. So, yeah, and yes, you are very correct about the Mithridians not being exceptionally good. I'm actually kind of surprised about that, because they seem... Well, they seem a lot more difficult than you would think. You know, I mean, look, they look kind of menacing. Or at least their lances do? Or what are these? Are these the Imperial Guard? Yes. Okay, so the Mithridian Imperial Guard, because obviously we do have the Emperor himself bearing down upon us. He obviously brought these Imperial Guards along, but yeah, they are probably the best units you can get. But I'm not entirely sure if a player can get them, if they ally themselves with the Mithridians. Maybe not, maybe, I don't know. But yes, what I do know is that this is going to take a very, very long time. So, let's see how it goes, shall we? Alright, so it looks like this might be the final wave that the enemies have decided to throw at us, and I gotta say that they are very persistent. Yes, very, very persistent. Now there's, what is it, 660 or so total, and they have so far thrown 370 at us. Yes, 370. I'm actually kind of surprised that they decided to, well, be so, shall we say, persistent and very, very stubborn about things. Okay, so apparently there is a... No! Yes. Apparently, that's what happened. Yeah, I don't actually know why that happened, but okay. There we go. Okay, so... Really? You know what's hilarious? Usually what happens whenever you turn the camera around and everything, your character does not walk forward. It usually turns around and adapts to where your character is. But apparently the turning circle of Diggory is so incredibly large, apparently he's a semi-truck, or something along those lines, then yes, that's fantastic. That is not what a real person would do, but okay. That's my bad, I suppose, for wanting to be inquisitive and look for the final survivor. But it's okay, because we survived, we won, and yes, now I'm very hurt. So let's just heal ourselves a little bit, shall we? Ah, really? I cannot believe that. I really wanted to see how many forces we had actually eliminated. I don't think there is anything in Nova Aetas that will tell us how many units I have killed, personally, so I'm actually kind of, I don't know, I kind of am a bit disappointed by that, because I'm always really wanting to see what actually happens with the stats and everything, but yes, unfortunately there is no such thing here, so we're just going to have to deal with the fact that I did actually kill a huge amount, because I was just standing here, thrusting away and slashing and all kinds of manner of things, and the thrusting was not with my rapier. Oh, yes. Oh, anyway, point is, these guys are just going to continue throwing themselves against the wall, and that's basically how it's going to go. Well, I just took a lot of damage right there, and I have now healed it up. So, yeah, that's kind of nice. I really do appreciate the addition of these abilities. If I did not have these abilities, then I would have died, I think, twice already. Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. I think we would be very, very low HP right now because I was about, I don't know, 40%, 30% or so. So there is that to take into account, but yeah, otherwise, I think we have this in the bag. I think we do. I think we have this defense in the bag. As you can see, we have so far thwarted 253 of them, and they are still stubbornly sending more. Yes, it's not particularly nice, is it? Not particularly nice, but I suppose this is what is going to happen the majority of the time when the liege himself decides to turn up and do something. And what he's doing right now is basically leading his faction into disarray, because if I so desired, what I could do right now is head to Mithridian territory and besiege one of their castles and probably take it in a pretty swift fashion, because as you can see, most of these enemies that we're facing right here, with the exception maybe of the crossbowmen, they're not going to be very useful in a siege defense. I mean, yes, halberdiers are quite damaging on the field of battle, but right now they're kind of useless. The only thing that I would be kind of afraid of, maybe, would be the Imperial Guards. The Imperial Guards are actually quite good. They have some pretty decent gear and everything, and I'm gonna do this again. Now, look, if I turn this around, it goes. Yeah, see, he turned a little bit better that time. That's a little bit weird. Okay, well, doesn't really matter. Oh, hello. Yes, I'm gonna take you out. Maybe. Can you die? Oh, you're annoying, aren't you? Yes, there we go. Oh, hello there. Okay, so can you get out to your crossbow again, please? Okay, fine. I'll just shoot that guy instead then. Oh, hello. There's a nice headshot. Yes, back down those stairs, peasant. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's... Oh, yes. So the Imperial Guards die very swiftly to a headshot. Or shall we say an overhead slash. But don't they all? They all seem to die very easily to an overhead slash. They have rather low HP by the looks of things, but there you go. That is exactly what I mean. The abilities, once again, saving us, because if we were at 30% HP right there, we would have had, well, no chance, basically, no chance. So there it is. We were able to help our forces, and we're going to be taking him prisoner. Yes, so I know some of you have stated that it would probably be a good idea not to execute any other vassals, and that's the thing. If we want to be villains, then I think it might be an appropriate idea, shall we say, just to continue with that. But then again, I don't really want everyone to hate us, but that's the thing. If you're villains, then you probably have to, don't you? You just have to roll with that and see where it goes. But there it is. So there's a nice defense there, but let's have a look, actually, at the Mithridian Empire. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 5 fiefs? Is that it? They only have 5 fiefs? Well, that's pretty impressive, but I haven't even checked to see how many forces the Sarranids have at Hierosolyma. So I think we're probably gonna... Wow, we have a huge amount of vassals in our prisoner's hold right now. Well, that's kind of nice, but anyway, what we're gonna do is we're gonna very, very quickly move over here to scout. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. Ah, Pietro was defeated. Oh, how dare you. Ah, so... Oh, look at that. They only have 407. And Marigi is here. Marigi is actually a prisoner in Hierosolyma. So I believe we are going to be launching an assault against them. And as you see here, the only thing within range is Antelech. And I don't believe that is actually going to be anything to worry about. So... yeah, I think it's going to be kind of nice, because then we have a landing zone here, and it kind of cuts us off from the rest of the Sarranids. And the Rodoks are currently at war against the Sarranids, as you can see here, so that's the reason why we obviously saw a couple of Rodok vassals. But other than that, I think we're probably then going to head over to the Mithridians, if we can make it, shall we say, defensible enough. And sustainable enough, which is going to be a tall order, but we are very, very tall indeed. Are we? Not really. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.